WWE 2K26's Ringside Pass went ahead and changed for the better today. Now, let's go ahead and start off with the goodwill that 2K went ahead and did. Now, this caused massive headaches for a lot of people in the community, lots of rants, just lots of things going around and just negativity going on for the game. No matter what good they did, that was completely overlooked because of the Ringside Pass, and justifiably so. Now, with this pass, you are now able to get 20 free levels if you had an account created. So that is one thing as well. If you create an account now, you likely will not get anything. And if you haven't gotten anything yet, you just need to go on ahead and wait. Within 24 hours, you will go on ahead and have it. Now, these free 20 levels, it makes sense because you need 20 levels to get to the DLC. But if you were level 10, you still got your 20 levels and you were pushed all the way up to level 30. So no matter where you were in the past, these 20 levels were still given out to everybody because, again, it's 800 RXP per level, so it did not vary. So this was something that was done, and it was done well, in my opinion. I think that this is something the community needed, especially those that have been created wrestlers. Now, you no longer have to worry about that because all of your DLC is unlocked. If you want the additional content, then obviously you still need to continue grinding. But if you were already grinding before, 20 levels is already a massive boost on top of what you already had. So that is very, very good, in my opinion. I thought that was a great decision. And there's obviously a negative to everything. And the negative about it is that even though you get 20 free tiers and you didn't really grind as much, you are still going to have to go on ahead and grind for the rest of the legends. Even though this pass doesn't expire, there is many ways to go on ahead and do it, and now that time is cut in half. That's the only thing that I can say that is like, all right, I get it. I feel like the free pass should have probably been unlocked on top of everything, and then just obviously keep the premium tier, you know, 20 levels, and that's it. Again, it's one of those things where I'm just kind of nitpicking at this point, but I do understand that you guys will likely have a problem with that. So that's the reason why I'm also calling it out, because I do understand people's frustrations with the legends being locked behind everything else with this pass. So that's just where I stand with the free 20 tiers, in my opinion. Now, for those that don't know, April 15th, we are going to get our second Ringside Pass that includes Demolition and Kelly Kelly, which I am excited for Kelly Kelly. I know you guys may look at me crazy, but I do like Kelly Kelly, man. So she is going to be in the game on April 15th along with Demolition, and that to me is kind of crazy, right? Because we're so used to getting our first DLC pack in May. We're now getting DLC in April, and this is just the second pack already. So usually at a time like this last year, we wouldn't have any content all the way till May. So that is something, honestly, for me that I do like. It is a bit exciting, in my opinion, you know, just to hear the fact that DLC is around the corner. We're obviously going to have some months throughout the cycle where we don't get nothing, but I'm all for it at the moment. And not to mention, we still got the WrestleMania 42 DLC pack, which we will be talking about in a different video. So this is all good news about April 15th. And if you guys did not know, now instead of 800 RXP, it is going to be 625 RXP per level. And guess what? It is not going to change. So what that means is that 625 RXP will be the RXP every single pass, and it's not going to increase. So that is also a positive as well. They didn't mention anything about decreasing, but I have to go on ahead and put my doubts out there. I don't think they'll decrease it from this. They already went down from the original 800 RXP to 625. And with that being said, you now get all of your DLC in tier 1, which I am super happy about the fact that they decided to do it this way, because I feel that this is the perfect balance. You unlock your DLC like you did once before, but you put all of this different stuff throughout the pass to make us grind. My faction points, persona cards, VC, different moves. I mean, I think that this is probably the best thing they could have done for the consumer. And honestly, I understand that people may not like it. I am happy about this because you're still paying the standard $10 that you used to pay per pack back then, and you're getting additional content, additional points, VC, all that good stuff. Honestly, man, if you're mad at this change, then you might need to go on ahead and look in the mirror. And again, it's one of those things where we've pointed at 2K when they've been wrong, but I feel that this is the best consumer-friendly thing that they could have done for the past. Again, you don't have to spend any extra money. If you want to spend money for a persona card or something that you see on there and buy skips, that is on you now. You no longer need to grind to level 20, which is the best change that they could have done. I'm glad that they didn't even put the DLC in the first 4 tiers. It's just tier 1, and that's it. That is the way that it should have been off rip. I think that the approach that they took was one of those approaches where it just wasn't the best approach. Obviously, judging on how everybody reacted, you needed to go on ahead and take this just this way, make it simple, make it easy for people to understand, and then know, since you got this, hey, you can buy these skips and you can grind for this. And I feel like the approach that they are taking now is a complete 180 from what they started out with, and hopefully it just gets the community a bit more pumped to go on ahead and play this game. Now, they did mention in these patch notes that the RXP boost will increase. I wonder if that means that we're going from 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours, more than 30 minutes, because that's one thing for me that I was, hoping for as well, to see more time onto those RXP boosts, especially now with the fact that these matches are locked to 60 seconds to get the win bonus, which again, I don't think it matters that much anymore because the DLC is unlocked and that's what most people wanted. So I'm really at the point, man, where this is all pretty solid changes, especially the RXP boost, because if you're giving us longer boosts, like 2-hour boosts and things like that throughout, I think that's going to be really good. You throw a Persona card at level 20 and throw another Persona card at level 40, or mess with the championships and arenas and things like that throughout it to incentivize you hitting different levels. That's personally the way that I would do it. Maybe a Persona at 20, title belt or an arena at 30, and then another Persona card at 40. Again, it really just depends on the type of Persona cards that we are going to be getting as well, because the Mattel Jacob Fatu that we got last season, that wasn't really the best Persona card that they could have added, obviously, but they did mention that throughout the Ringside Pass, and I'm not sure if this is still a thing being that DLC is now at tier 1, but after speaking to one of the developers who has actually been on this channel, shout out Cornell, he did mention at Creator Fest that it was going to be new content from season 2 going forward, especially for the premium tier. Like, that's just going to be new stuff every single time. So that is also a good thing as well, in my opinion, to, just base that out with new moves, new belts, new things. I think that we're eventually going to get some stuff that has to do with Evolve and different companies that WWE already has or works with, whatever the case may be, but I think that a lot of the stuff that we will see is going to be unique, and I think that we need to continue pushing for that as consumers and hopefully see that, right? Because even though I'll tell you guys right now that DLC is in tier 1, I won't spend money. I still haven't spent money this year, and I'm someone that, if you've watched my content before, I like to indulge in that type of stuff, especially for videos, but I haven't spent no money this year, and that's something that I am proud of myself on at the moment. We'll have to see what happens. And I think that if you have been holding back because of the Ringside Pass, especially with the fixes that we've seen throughout the patch, which I understand that some things may still not be fixed after this patch, but thus far the game looks in much better shape. So that is also something to go on ahead and keep in mind as well. I think that you guys that have been holding back because of everything and all the negativity could possibly give this game a try, and I think you might enjoy it, because gameplay to me has been pretty fun this year, and especially if those things like universe mode are fixed, then I will be on this game a lot more, because I was kind of losing the touch a little bit on the game when I was seeing universe mode just crashing and breaking and just doing things that I did not ask you to do. But I am, again, excited about the pass. If you're not excited, then completely understand, but I definitely think that things changed for the better here today, and we'll have to see if that approach continues going into next year in 27 as well. Nonetheless though, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. You guys have been enjoying the content. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.